Hello, YouTube. I'm probably going to try and get a couple rants in today. First one. In the news, um, there's a big debate or scuffle between Trump and Cruz about putting wives' pictures out there, and an anti-Trump group put out a picture of Trump's wife with some captions or whatever. Trump says Cruz did that, so Trump puts out a picture of Cruz's wife. Unflattering picture of Cruz's wife. When questioned about it, Trump's reply is, he started it. That to me is not presidential at all. You are applying for the position of President of the United States. That's the position you're applying for, to be the President of the United States. You don't act childish. What happens when, like, the leader of Russia says something that's unflattering towards the U.S.? Is Trump going to retaliate and call him a big girly man or something? I mean, because that's the type of person Trump is. He attacks people on their looks. He attacks them on their, I don't know, he just acts childish. Instead of counterpointing Cruz, he just says, lying Mr. Cruz. Lying Mr. Cruz. He's a liar. He's a liar. Really? Well, then what's the truth, Mr. Trump? What's the truth? If he lied about something, then what's the truth? You don't just call him a name and then leave it at that. He's done that to lots of women. Carly Fiorina, sorry, I butchered the last name. Presidential candidate Carly Fiorina. I think I got it right. He's done that to Megyn Kelly on Fox News. He can't attack them on substance because he has no substance. I'm sorry. Trump is very good at blurting out the obvious problems. He's coming up with ideas for solutions, but no specifics. I agree with Mr. Trump. There is a possibility for bad people to come across that southern border. And some bad people have come across that southern border. I'm not saying they were Mexican. Because what's to stop, I don't know, a Japanese guy who wants to do bad things in the U.S. flying to Mexico and then come across that border? Now they're in America illegally. They didn't go through an airport. They didn't go through they didn't land the ship at the docks. They came in on foot through the desert, and now they're here illegally. And they can do all kinds of violent things and anything they want to in the U.S. because they're undocumented. Now, first of all, anyone who comes across the border without the proper authorization or documentation has already committed crime number one. There's a reason why the U.S. has quotas for people coming across into this country. I don't care whether they dug a tunnel to get into this country from China, they stowed away on a boat, hid in the cargo bay of a plane, the cargo belly of a plane. They were escorted across the desert, or came across the woods of Canada. I don't care if they swam here, flew here, dug a tunnel into this country, or just walked across the border or drove or whatever. If you come into this country without proper authorization or documentation, you've committed a crime. And we do this because we don't want America to be subdivided. We're already starting to get there with subdividing our country. We have little Italy, little Germany, little China, little Mexico, in all kinds of neighborhoods all across the U.S. Now, I have no problem with other people's cultures. fact, I like some of the quite a bit of stuff in other cultures. The foods, their festivals, their way of thinking, their you name it. There's all kinds of good things about these cultures. But the problem is the U.S. already has a culture. We can adapt and absorb some of these new cultures. Heck, I'll even let my neighbor have their little festival for whatever nationality, religion, whatever, as long as it doesn't bother me. Like loud noises at 1 o'clock in the morning, or people running around without any clothes on in the backyards where everyone can see, or trying to catch my dog because it's going to be a sacrifice. No, I draw the line at that kind of stuff. But if they want to put up a piñata for someone's birthday, that's fine. If they want to dress up in one of those Chinese dragons because it's the Chinese New Year, by all means, go for it. If they want to fast during daylight and then have a big feast in their backyard as soon as the sun goes down, that's fine. Just don't do it at 2 o'clock in the morning with a bunch of loud noises, a bunch of loud music, when the rest of the neighborhood is trying to sleep because we got to go to work in the morning. But America has a culture. And one of the things that divides up and destroys great civilizations is multiculturalism. When you try to accommodate everybody in every way, you stretch yourself too thin and it falls all apart. Because there's nothing gelling America anymore. What makes America great is the fact that people in America love this country. Now, we've been many generations removed from having to defend this country from other influences, namely the Revolutionary War, the French, the war against the French, the war against the Spanish, war against the English, even the Japanese attacking us at Pearl Harbor. We are a couple generations away from that one. So we have not known other cultures to try and take us over and change us. We still have an American culture here. Albeit it's starting to get a little shaky because instructions are made in 20 different languages now. And we try and accommodate everybody all the time with all the things. We tell people, don't change. Come over here and don't change. We'll change to you. That's not what it's supposed to be. I'm getting off topic. The President of the United States, I got way off topic. President of the United States needs to be more mature, more of a grown-up. Not this, he started it stuff. And that's what Trump said. He started it. Mr. Trump, that's childish. Mr. Trump, when you say, is that a face of a president? No one's going to vote for that face. That's not presidential. Okay? You say things to get people riled up. That's great. You point out the obvious problems so that someone can come up with a solution. But when you have your people manhandling reporters and protesters, and not just manhandling, you have them physically attacking these people. Okay? That's a problem. You need to stand up and say, I will not tolerate that stuff. Alright? You're going to be the president of the free world. The rest of the world still looks at America as an example of freedom. Freedom because our leaders change out every so often because we have voting. Regular voting, and it's open. And we're living a good life here. So Mr. President wannabe, start acting like a president, and maybe you will get that job. Because right now, I can't see you making fun of the head of North Korea, or making fun of the head of Russia, or ISIS or any other affiliation that goes against the United States? What are you going to do? Call them all names? Antagonize them into doing something? Costing American lives? Mr. Trump, grow up. It's enough I need to say on that one. It's ridiculous. It's uncalled for. Cruz, you're a better man. You're more articulate. And I pray you get the nomination because you have the conservative ideas and the conservative solutions. And you're not childish. As for that third person, Mr. Kasich, you have no chance of winning. Drop out. Please, do the country a favor and drop out. Okay? Because the more votes that go towards you, because there's a lot of votes going anti-Trump. Not pro-Cruz, but anti-Trump. And it's getting split between you and him. I don't know how the delegate thing works. When somebody drops out, where do the delegates go? Do they go evenly between the two? Do they go to whoever won the party or whoever won that state? Or do they go to whoever the nominee that dropped out supports? See, I have 20 delegates. And I drop out of the president's race. And I support candidate B. Does that mean my delegates go to B? Because I support B? I think that's the way it should work. I don't know. I don't know how that system works. Probably should do some research on that. But then again, I can't affect anything. I'm one person. I did my voting. I can complain on the YouTube. I can congratulate YouTube. On YouTube. Just make my opinion known. Well, that's where I stand. That's my feelings. That's my attitude. That's my voice. You disagree? Create a channel. Voice your voice. Alright? Voice your voice. And I said I was going to do a couple today, so I'm going to start up the next one. I still got some time. And I'll post the second one maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or Friday. So, have fun, stay safe, and remember, it's okay to disagree. This is the U.S. Let's agree to disagree. See you.